And the Lord God uses things that are naught to bring things that think they're great to nothing. He used the base things that are earth. He used the things that people take as petty and nothing to bring down huge buildings. You know what I'm saying? To bring down huge whatever. He used those things, you know what I'm saying? To prove that he is who he is. And he's on his way right now, which is the reason why there's so many efforts to shoot missiles into space. They attached a missile to an asteroid called the DART program, D-A-R-T, because they know that all these asteroids are coming because the sun's magnitude is increasing, which means that it's actually dying because Nibiru's getting closer. The New Jerusalem's getting closer. And it draws its energy off of solar power like Wi-Fi. And the closer it gets to our sun, the more it drains power off of it, which is the whole reason why these fallen beings are down here anyway. Because Nibiru came around 365,000 years ago. Or 24,000 years ago, I get it mixed up. And basically, it drained the power off of Canis Major. It drained the power off of it, and they started to get cold. These are cold beings. These beings don't like cold. I love the cold. They don't like the cold. So when it drained the power off of their sun, when it drained the power off of their sun, they began to fall asleep and go into a hibernation. And they couldn't wake up, so they left and they fled. Those from Sirius B and C. And when they came down here, they had to mix in with the animals down here that were like the Luciferian beings that had the original, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have blue eyes either. Blue eyes means that you actually come from that Syrian gene and you've adopted the Luciferian gene. The original image of the Luciferian was light colored hazel eyes and soft curly lanugo, what we call angel hair, like bird feathers, like, you know, goose down. But their hybrids, the alien grays, they adopted it, and they rebelled against their parents, both of them to a certain degree, based on different levels. How they respond to them, I would say, depends upon whatever. But I'm not even going any further than that. All I will say is that when they came down here, they were going to fall asleep down here too, because it was colder. As a matter of fact, it was colder here than where they left from. They jumped out of the daggone cold and jumped into the daggone freezer. Some folk, you know what I'm saying? So for us, it's real hot because we were on the 5th planet. But for them, they were on another whole, you know what I'm saying, constellation, Canis Major, the big dog star. So with that, it ended up being where they know he's coming because all these asteroids mean that Nibiru's getting nearer, draining off the power of our sun, meaning that our sun is not burned from the core. The core is burned out. So it pulls as a magnet other things in. The magnitude has increased, and it's pulling that in order to fuel itself. Like, you know, like saying that when it burnt from the core, it was self-regenerating. It's beyond that now. Now it's pulling outside things in, and all these asteroids every week, even yesterday, there was like an asteroid the size of a building. All these asteroids coming in because Nibiru's getting nearer and nearer. And the polar shift has already occurred. We're no longer on an axis. We're no longer on an axis of 23.5 degrees. We're actually becoming more and more upright, which means the planet is spinning faster. With a higher vibration, our planet is spinning faster. We're actually speeding up to a point called now. That wobble, the seasons will be gone. There will be no more winter. That's why we haven't had any cold. It's November. We haven't had any cold days. It feels like an extended spring, and I love it. I am not. It says from the Father of lights will all things. You know what I'm saying? All good things come from the Father of lights above, in whom there shall be all light and there's no shadow of turning, which means that there will be all light. There will be no seasons. That wobble that makes it winter, when the planet wobbles away from the sun, it gets cold. That's going to be a thing of the past. It's going to be an even temperature, and that even temperature is going to be, you know, part of the new age. But before there's a new world order, all old things must be destroyed. You know, and a lot of things are going to go with it. And like I say, we're at a point right now of economic upheaval where we're going to realize that the earth is more important than anything. We got to start planting seeds. We got to start tending to the planet. We got to start getting close to the earth. I mean, it's all fine and good to have technological things, but that's not where it's at. the Earth has its own network of communication through the planets, through the green things of the Earth. And so as it is, I realized that when you watch Star Wars, we see it as a sci-fi movie, but it said long, long ago, like saying that we're gonna lose all these cell phones. These things are not gonna be anything that we can use anymore. We're gonna lose all that. Their computers in the Earth have been there for thousands and thousands of years. Old computers called their computers. That's all I'm saying. And some of them messed up, and some people have thyroid problems, but they're really overweight. They're called DEROS. They're really overweight and heavy, and they're like Lunarians that, you know, Lunarian hybrid Luciferian gray mixes that once lived on the moon like rabbits, the jade rabbit, but now they're actually here in the Earth to certain degrees. I ain't gonna say what's on the moon. Buzz Aldrin said we never went to the moon, so we don't even know what's there because we're quarantined. And we're quarantined because he who is coming don't want us going nowhere else to mess up other planets the way we mess this planet up.
And
so yeah, so as it is, it seems that we're getting ready to see why the technology has always been here, but the technology has passed our morality. We're using technology for evil. We're using tracking devices to track people, like saying that instead of using it to help people, like saying, hey, this guy's over here, he'll be at this destination ETA in 5 minutes. Drop some food off over there for him. But they're not doing that. They're actually sending people to ridicule people and to heckle people and to denigrate them and deride them. And that's where it is right now. And that's not good. But oh, thank you. Bus driver, are you going to number 8 route? I'm sorry, 800 route?
No, it's going to be on that side.
Okay, I got you. Thank you. So as it is, this is where it's at right now, where the shorter the video, the faster the upload.